Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and honor and glory to what is due to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahshua, Bahashem Harakakadas, giving all glory and honor to the Almighty Yahweh. Double honors to the elder and the apostle, Great Millstone, who taught his truth. Shalom to the sincere and faithful brother out there who are pushing his truth, edifying the lost sheep, and bringing the elect back to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem Yahshua. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who came in from this darkness to light through the Most High Yahweh Bahashem Yahshua, and are being built up and gaining more knowledge so they can do the same and teach this truth. And shalom to the few Agwaf who may be listening and who believe on this truth. Today, this is your brother Al-Yawab come back to you today with another lesson entitled, Yes, the Most High has a chosen people. Because you got these Christians who think, well, and these and Preacher Pork and these 2/3 Jake who think, well, he's the God of everybody, which I stated in my very first video that he is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So if he's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he ain't the God of nobody else. And if he's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he's the God of their seed. So the seed after Jacob is also his people. Let's see if I can find that. To start out. So this is select. So this is the Lord talking to this is the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua talking to Jacob when he had left his home and he went to Padan Aram to find a wife. This is Genesis 28 and 13. And note, so it went from Abraham and Isaac to Jacob. So Jacob is the son of Isaac, and he also received that blessing. So this is Genesis 28 and 13. And behold, the Lord stood above it and said, I am the Lord, God of Abraham thy father, and the God of Isaac. The land wherein thou liest, to thee will I give it into thy seed, and thy seed shall be the dust of the earth, and thou shalt spread abroad to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south. And in thee and in thy seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed. So in Jacob's seed, which is the 12 tribes of Israel, they shall be blessed. And who is his seed? His seed is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Nobody else. This is Exodus 3 verse 15. And God said moreover unto Moses, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, The Lord God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, hath sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial to all generations. So that's his name forever. He's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob forever. No, he ain't the God of nobody else. Yes, he has a chosen people. This is Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy was also wrote to the children of Israel when they came out of Egypt through the Red Sea. Let's get Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 1 first. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on this side Jordan in the wilderness in the plain over against the Red Sea between Paran and Tophel and Laban and Hadrath and Dizahab. So these words, so this whole book of Deuteronomy was the words that Moses spoke unto the children of Israel. It don't say the Chinese, the Japanese, the white people, so-called white people, Esau. It don't say, it says, these be the words Moses spake unto all Israel. Nobody else. Only Israel, which are the 12 tribes. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. So why did the Lord choose us? Why did he choose the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans? This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. What is it? Let's see what that word holy means. This is Leviticus 20:26. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that you should be mine. So holy is being separated from these other people, from these other nations. It's like, I got some of my eyes itching. But holy is being separated from these other nations. So let's continue on. Deuteronomy 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all nations that are upon the earth. So he chose us. He chose the 12 tribes, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to be above all nations. He said that we are special people unto him. Verse 7. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. So he said he didn't choose us because we were the most, because we had the most people in our nation, but because we had the fewest. So he's not saying he chose us because we had the most people, but we had the fewest people. But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, hath the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. So he chose us because he said he would keep the oath which he swore, which he made a covenant with between Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And he's not a man to lie. So, and why would he leave us here in this captivity, yet we're his chosen people? He hasn't forgot about us. This is Second Ezra 6, verse 54. Second Ezra 6, verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all. So we all come from Adam. And the people also whom thou hast chosen. So in those families of Adam, in them people of Adam, in the nation that Adam created, he has a chosen people. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. So he made the world for his chosen people's sakes. And as for the other people, so the other people, which also come of Adam, not the chosen people, but the other people which also come of Adam, that has said that they are nothing but be like unto spittle. So he says that these other nations are basically spit that comes out your mouth. You spit, you disregard it. You spit, you keep it moving. And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that follows from a vessel. So you drinking a water, and some come down, then a little gets on your chin, then it drips down goes to the floor. You're not gonna think nothing about it. He don't think about these other nations. So he's comparing you other nations to spitting, and a drop that follows from a vessel, from your sink. That's what he compares y'all to. This is Romans 9, start at 10. And not only this, but when Rebekah had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac. So this is when Isaac and Rebekah had born Jacob. For the children being not yet born, so this is when Esau and Rebekah, when Esau and Jacob were in Rebekah's womb. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, so they haven't done any good or evil, that the purpose of God according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. So he's saying it's not that they did anything wrong. They didn't do nothing wrong when they was in the womb. It's just how the Most High chose it. It's how he wanted it to be. He wanted Jacob to be the chosen, and he wanted Esau to be the wicked. It's not that they did anything. It's just how he wanted his movie to play out, because it's the Most High's movie. So he has it chosen. It's not like we did anything. It's just how it worked. It's how he wanted it to be. It's the Lord's will. This is Joel 2, verse 27. And ye shall know that this is the Lord speaking, Joel 2, verse 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and I am the Lord your God, and none else. And my people shall never be ashamed. Did y'all just hear that? I'm going to repeat that in case y'all didn't hear that, because, you got some people go in one ear and out the other. So I'm going to repeat this. Joel 2, verse 27, and ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel. He's only in the midst of Israel. And that I am the Lord your God. Your is possessive. So if I give you if I give you this pen, it's yours. Nobody else's. It's your pen. He's our God. Nobody else's. Joel 2, verse 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else. He's nobody else's God, man. And my people shall never be ashamed. He is our God. He's nobody else's. He's nobody else's God, man. This is Luke. We are his chosen people, and it's not the people over in Israel now. Them are the fake Jews. This is Luke 1 verse 68. Luke 1:68. Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people. He's only our God. He's only our God.